What's going on, folks? We got another live stream going. Coach Marcus in the building. Pro Fan Talk live. So I was going to skip it until tomorrow. We got a lot of stuff going on. But when I saw this story, I was like, really? Really? Do we have to get involved? And why we got comments about this now? You know what I mean? Let's concentrate on LA. Let's not worry about when we got to play the Chiefs. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And I know how Slay is. I don't know if he said it on his podcast, but Darius Slay does not want Taylor Swift in the stadium when the Eagles play the Chiefs in Week 11. I guarantee you, when they come in, it would not surprise me if she comes to the game because I think she's on tour, so she probably won't anyways. But that would not surprise me if on that game she came in and had one of them shirts on like Kelce's mom with the half and half. Would not surprise me in the least. Not in the least, because she a Philly girl. So she would try to kill two birds with one stone. But I thought that was kind of interesting. So here's my question about the whole uh, Kelsey and Swift thing. And it's interesting because I like kind of how Travis Kelsey is playing it. Like he doesn't shy away from it, but if somebody comes at him with something, he'll answer it and keep it moving. My question is, how long does this go on before it becomes a distraction? Because all it takes when you're dealing with everybody's got a level of fame, right? You got some guys, myself, unless you were the diehard of diehard Eagles fans, um, most NFL people wouldn't know who I was unless I told you, unless I gave you that. Let me turn off my lights real quick. Dark. Hold on. There we go. It's a little bit better. Are we there? Oh, what happened? Did I lose the? Oh, I lost my feed. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Did I lose the whole camera? I lost the whole camera. Hold on. Background replacement. I probably still got audio. Yeah, I got audio because I'm still recording. So let me try this one more again. What the heck happened to my camera? This is odd. So let me get you out of there. Background removal. So, huh. I don't know what happened. Webcam. NVIDIA broadcast. Yeah, something must happen. Let me try something else. Let me see if I can get behind the curtain.
There we
There we
go.
go.
Okay,
Okay,
that's
that's
working.
working.
So if
If
that's
that's
working,
working, is the NVIDIA gonna work? Huh. That's interesting. So now I got audio, but let's keep it going with just audio only. So we've got we've got Taylor Swift. Oh, what I was saying was about the distraction. Was it going to be a distraction? I don't think so. Or if a situation happens and they kind of break up because um, you got different levels of fame, and I'm going to keep trying to figure out what happened. What just happened to my camera? It just went off. It's not turning back on either. Let's shut that down. Huh. Well, let's see if we can go. video. Deep step.
Well, we'll do that for a minute. See if we can do this. Alright. We'll just keep it small. Yep. We'll just keep it small. Don't mind my dirty room. My dirty office. We'll keep it like this. Alright, until we can get something better. I don't know what's going on with NVIDIA. They don't want to play right. Yeah, we're just going to roll with this for the time being. But can you crop this? Tools. Nope. I guess we kind of stuck with it. Oh well. But what I was saying was, you got different levels of fame. I believe I was saying somebody like me doesn't have much pub in the game, so to speak. So unless you were a true, the most hardcore of hardcore fans, most people wouldn't know who I am. I've only had that happen to me maybe twice, where some like out of the blue, somebody like saw me and knew who I was back from when I was in camp at Westchester, and I was like, "Yo, you know your stuff." But in any case, then you get somebody like Ike Reese or Barrett Brooks, somebody that's on TV in this area. But if you would go to, I don't know, somewhere in California, most people probably would know Barrett Brooks or Ike Reese. Then you ratchet up another level. Now you got Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts currently on the team, but he is an elite level superstar now in the NFL. Everywhere Jalen Hurts goes, somebody knows who he is. Everywhere Patrick Mahomes goes, somebody knows who he is. Micah Parsons, Dak Prescott, Josh Allen, guys like that. People know who they are, right? Then you got to kick it up another notch. Now you got pop stars and people like Taylor Swift, who worldwide, right? So you operating on a whole nother level, because right now Travis Kelce just got bumped up, but he might not necessarily stay there, because the only reason he's getting bumped up is because of Taylor Swift. Now that's not a bad thing. You can't hate on him for that. He shot his shot and got all net. He shot his shot. So now all of that fandom that Taylor Swift generates, now it's coming to the NFL. I don't know if you saw that message from the NFL about all of the attention that this was getting. And they were basically saying, "Thank you very much." Let me see if I can find that. Let me see if I can find that message. It's in there somewhere. NFL thoughts on Taylor Swift. Okay. We've got amazing women throughout the league, and at the end of the day, we're proud of where we're going as a league and the values that we try to uphold each and every day. Yet it certainly can't hurt to have Swift, an icon, female empowerment, bringing people to the party. I don't know if that's... Okay, here we go. Let's see what... If that was that the quote? Let's see what ESPN says. NFL on Wednesday defended its recent coverage of pop star Taylor Swift and Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce amid backlash from fans, and even Kelce himself, who said the league is overdoing it. And I agree, they were overdoing it, with its attention to the duo's rumored romance. Swift has attended the Chiefs games past 2 games, and it was obvious. They showed her like every freaking play that he did. Of course, she's, doing the hand pump and, yelling and doing it. They did overdo it. You didn't have to do it. There was no ifs, ands, and buts about it. They overdid it. Broadcast featured ads for a forthcoming concert film, Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour. On several occasions cut to Swift, who cheered on the Chiefs enthusiastically from her luxury box seats while commentators made reference to her song lyrics. Now, that's the stuff that goes above and beyond and is cringeworthy. Because nobody want to see that. It's like, stick with the game. Yes, we already know you want to have a couple shots at Taylor Swift. And that's cool. That's cool. She ain't hard to look at. Obviously, you know the relationship, so it makes sense. However, it doesn't make sense for you to cut to her 16 damn times. That's when they overdo it. And then they, trying to put the lyrics in and just, they do the cringeworthy stuff that commentators always do. They always want to try to inject something. And it's like, come on, man. It's like uber cheesy. And it doesn't work, but they do it anyways. Let me see. And here's what the Chief said. Wow. We frequently change our bios and profile imagery based on what's happening in and around our game, as well as culturally. The NFL wrote in a statement on Wednesday. The Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce news has been a pop culture moment we've leaned into in real time. It's an intersection of sports and entertainment, and we've seen an incredible amount of positivity around the sport. The league went on to state, the vast majority of our content has remained focused on the game, our players, and a variety of our other initiatives, including our Toy Story Fun Day Football Altcast, the international games, and more. Kelce opened up and started, and that's when they said on New Heights, he said they were overdoing it a bit. So, basically, what the NFL said was, thank you very much, Taylor Swift, for all of these new fans who are watching the football game who wouldn't have otherwise been watching. Now, I am positive that there are a lot of Swifties that love football. And there are a ton of Swifties who do not care about sports whatsoever, didn't know who Travis Kelce was from the Man on the Moon before they started, dating. So all of that traffic from all of the people that didn't give a daggone about NFL, now they're watching to see her. And the NFL is like, thank you very much for that payday. Thank you very much for that payday. So
it is very interesting. I hope my audio wasn't screwed up. I'm just looking at, because I'm using the regular webcam and not NVIDIA, my audio may have been acting up. So I switched it from the web. I turned it off, so I hope I don't have any type of bad audio. I hope. Yeah, my camera's still not. Camera still don't want to connect. But anyways, so yeah, the NFL was like, thank you for that money and everything that comes with it, because I guarantee you, all of the uptick in social media traffic, that makes money. The uptick on YouTube views, that makes money. All the people that's been going in and clipping pieces from the NFL games that show Taylor Swift and using it, and reactions and all of the attention that it has gotten, the NFL is like, thank you very much, on their way to the bank. I don't hate them for that. Don't hate them a little bit. However, it is quite obvious they overdoing it. If it was anybody else, they would say that. But I understand. I get it. Make that money. Make that money. So, I'm curious if there's ever going to be any type of backlash, anything like that when it ends. Because eventually it's going to end. They're not getting married. She don't look like that type of person. Travis definitely ain't that type of person. So, it'll be interesting what happens when that event happens, because it's coming. Now, I would expect for her to be this big, she's got handlers and PR people and stuff like that. So, what I would predict would be that stuff like that would be kept quiet, or they kind of lean into the mundane and you don't see them in public for a while, and nobody says anything. and then it kind of just goes away and like, oh, they must not be together no more. They would at least try to do that. And knowing her, maybe she'll write a song about it or something goofy like that. Who knows? Who knows? So, but I thought that was interesting. Slay had comments, and now it's kind of crossing over. Now it's crossing over, and players are making comments, and it's infiltrated the NFL culture, and there's nothing you can do about it. It is what it is. It is what it is. The same way that Kaepernick did when people that swore they didn't want politics in the game and something like that. But when Kaepernick started kneeling and all of the divisiveness and everything that came with that, for all of the people that didn't want politics in the game, people don't realize politics has been in the game for a long time. When I played in the early 90s, when they sang the national anthem, I was in the locker room. I was in the locker room. So we came out and we played. We didn't see the jet fly over. We didn't see none of that. We were in the locker room, pregame speech. We would say, get together with some of the players. You say a prayer, wherever wherever your prayer circle was, and then you was coming out the tunnel, and they were announcing the lineups. Most people don't realize that when the military got involved, the military paid the NFL for those promotions. It was a recruiting tool. The NFL just wasn't automatically and all of a sudden patriotic. Military paid for that. The flyovers and the because what's the biggest recruitment tool ever? NFL on Sundays. You got cops and firemen and military men, Marines and Air Force. You got all of them together holding flags, shaking flags, all of that kind of stuff. Saluting. The color guard would come out when they sung the anthem. All of that stuff was paid for the military, and it was a recruiting tool. And it just basically stuck. So it didn't start out like that. NFL wasn't just patriotic. They got paid for that. It's part of the lexicon now. It's part of, you just assume that that's what everybody does. But in the beginning, and it's not that long ago, they didn't do that. I would have to go back and look at exactly what year was it when they actually had all the players come out on the field and do be there for the national anthem. I think they used to do it in the Super Bowl, and that was it. Because I wonder if that started like after 9/11, because that would track. That would make sense. But I have to go back and pull some history on that one. But it's the pop culture era that we're in football. It's all there. It's all there. So it'll be interesting to see how this turns out and where it turns. I hope it doesn't turn. I hope everything stays civil, and they don't have no epic breakup. And she is writing songs about him and all that kind of nonsense, because that'll just be a pain in the butt. But if you want to be honest about it, he is walking a very thin line, because that could turn into a huge distraction. A huge distraction. So, good luck to Travis. Let's see if your game let's see if your game stay high. And I thought it was interesting that all of a sudden, now I knew he had dated the one chick before. I forget what her name was, but all of a sudden I had not seen what's her name? Let me look this up just so I can get the name right. Uh, she gave an interview talking about he was a narcissist, and I was like, why are you worried about that? Travis Kelce ex girlfriend. He ain't got an ex wife. Travis Kelce, Kayla Nicole. Kayla Nicole getting therapy. Like, why? What's that got to do with anything? And the funny thing is, um, I don't know if she was it's an R&B star. Is she a rapper? I'm not sure what her deal is, or is she just an influencer? Um, Former longtime girlfriend Kayla Nicole shared a cryptic post Instagram romance rumors blah 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 in the gym second shot. Yeah, like she didn't even have to. Well, and at the end of the day, I understand why she did it because now she's attached to him, so she's drumming up some um, drumming up stories about her. She said he was a narcissist, and I think she did an interview somewhere, and it's like, where did this come from? She was quiet all this time. She kept it moving, kept it pushing, doing her own thing. It wasn't a problem. Now all of a sudden Taylor Swift is involved. As oh, I got stories about Travis. It's like, hold on now, where did this come from? But you know what that's about. She's trying to get her piece of the pie, and she want to keep it moving. I'm trying to see. Comment. Man, the brand. When it was dating reality shit. Oh, I forget about Maina Benberry. She was on the she was on the. I didn't even realize he had a show. He had a reality show. Oh my god, but it's funny because I mean she a cute girl. She a good looking girl at the ESPYS in 2018. Yeah, I remember that. But I don't know. I don't know what she does. Like, what does she do? Is she a R&B singer? Because everybody's an R&B singer now. Jalen Cole. Let's see what Wikipedia says. She getting therapy in the gym. She's a YouTuber. Kayla Nicole Jones, Nicole TV, recently announced her divorce on her Instagram. She stated that her and her husband. Oh, this was 2023. So what? Kayla Nicole Jones. So she broke up with Travis and then got married. I, mm, I don't know if that's the same. Who is Kayla Nicole? Okay, as his ex. I don't know. I don't know if she was just a YouTuber. Um, in September 2021, she premiered a reality TV series about her life titled Meme Mom, which debuted on Snapchat. Jones has released several more projects since then. She's beautiful, talented, hilarious, and a great singer. So I guess she was just a YouTube celebrity, content creator, or whatever. So okay, so no, she was just a good-looking girl that Travis uh, was dating, and that's about as far as it went. But now she got gym therapy because now he got a pop star girlfriend. So I think that's hilarious. So, but yeah, enough about that. Enough about Travis and Taylor Swift. You know, the only Swift we worried about is DeAndre Swift, and the only Kelce we worried about is Jason Kelce. That's the only duo we really worried about. But Colorado Buffaloes play tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. They go Sun Devil Stadium, Arizona State Sun Devils. I actually wanted to go to Arizona State coming out of high school, but they didn't recruit me. Um, so yeah, let's see if Colorado can get it together. They had a good second half. Let's see if they can put it together in the first half tomorrow. I don't see them losing to Arizona State, but that's why you play the game. Um, I thought they were going to have a better showing against Oregon. You saw what happened with that. Oregon just drubbed them. And then they came back against USC and made a game of it. And I would argue that if their offensive coordinator had done some things different, they would have had a better opportunity to come out with the win on that game. But Caleb Williams was ridiculous. Shador Sanders finally woke up in the second half. So let's see if they can do something a little bit earlier this time. So Omarion Taylor, I think his name is Omarion Miller. Let's see if they can get him started because they're going to be looking at him. and let's see if he can duplicate his success from the first game and prove that he's a legitimate star. Because if that kid does the same thing and they're gonna get Travis Hunter back next week, whew, all they got to do is just, if they can keep Shador Sanders upright, they're gonna get to a bowl game. They're gonna get in a bowl game. Whatever network is sponsoring, or whatever company is sponsoring whatever bowl, I can see Colorado in a bowl, because everybody's going to want to pay for that bowl. They could not win a game for the rest of the season, and somebody would want them in a bowl game because of all of the commotion that Deion Sanders is going to bring to them. So that's just a money-making machine right now. Deion Sanders ain't stupid. He's doing exactly what he wanted to do. And he's doing it exactly how he planned to do it. People don't like it, and people can cry, bitch, and moan about it, but he's doing it his way. And props to him, because he's 3-2, and he should be 4-1. So, not quite ready for prime time. I think that's going to take another year or two to where he can really get some hogs on that team, get some big boys up front and on that defensive line, and then he'll be ready for business. Now, the next thing is going to be, how long is he going to stay after Shador leaves? That's the question. Both Shador and Shiloh will probably get picked in the draft. Shador is going to go a high pick if he stays healthy. Shiloh, I'm not sure about. I'm not sure where he ranks I think he's as a safety. So I'm not sure. But Shador is definitely a Heisman candidate. I don't think he's going to win it after that game he had against Oregon. But he'll definitely be in the running. It'll probably make some people mad at the end of the year, because it'll get all of that stuff about he got put in there and somebody else didn't get the spot because they wanted Shador Sanders in there. But, that ain't nothing new. That happens all the time. But if he keeps playing the way he's playing and putting up them numbers and putting up them wins, hey. But right now, clearly, Caleb Williams is the front runner, because that boy is a bad man. Um, let's get rid of these two, and let's go. All right. So for this weekend, the Philadelphia Eagles are traveling to SoFi Stadium to play the Rams, and this should be a pretty good game. Now, a lot of people are predicting a high-scoring game. I don't necessarily see that, but I understand, because our defensive secondary, our pass defense, is hot garbage. We are at the bottom of the league. We are all the way down like the bottom six or seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are 7 from the bottom. We've allowed over 1,000 yards already in 4 games. So our passing defense is hot garbage. The Browns are number 1. That's crazy. But yeah, so our pass defense is hot garbage right now. And Matthew Stafford is going to be throwing the ball. However, Matthew Stafford got a little hip injury. Now, I don't know how it's going to be when they shoot it up and do whatever they got to do. I don't think that's going to stop his arm from throwing the ball all over the place. And Stafford is accurate. He's got a strong arm, and he's been around the league long enough to know what he needs to do. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He's a borderline Hall of Famer. All them years he had in Detroit, and he finally got with a winner. So he's gonna be on that 1-2-3 throw pattern for sure. 1-2-3 throw, 1-2-3 throw. Because the LA offensive line is horrible, and our defensive line should be able to eat. So the best remedy for that has been getting rid of the ball early. That's why Washington gave us so much trouble. And he's going to be throwing to that kid, Puka Nacua. Sounds like something from a Disney movie. Puka Nacua. But this kid is wrecking shop. The most yards for a rookie wide receiver ever in NFL history. This kid is wrecking shop. And the way our secondary has been, we got problems. So Sean Desai better have that film rolling. And they got Cooper Kupp coming back too. Now, Cooper Kupp, you know he's gonna be good, but listen, you don't go from on the sideline to game speed instantly. So he got some rust to knock off. But that other kid, Nakua, he's the real deal. And we got to figure out a way to stop him. And we got to, because you already know what's the over and under, how many passes they get in that middle of the field that we give up so easily. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 8, whatever it is, and we playing the receivers 8 yards off the ball. We can't do that. Are they going to chew us up and spit us out? So I'm very interested to see what we're going to do, what kind of changes we're going to make to deal with that, because it's been a problem. Now, you can say we got young players and all that kind of stuff. I believe Job is playing and Evans is playing. I'm not sure if Job is out or Evans. I'm not, but both of them are young players. I personally want to see Eli Ricks. He looks like he was ready to go, but the only way you can get them guys ready to go is for them to get snaps in real games. So we got to see what we got to see. Because I just don't want a Josiah Scott experience again. And based on what I've seen for the last couple of weeks, teams are targeting Josh Jobe. They're going to target Evans. They're going to target Edmonds because it seems like the optics are those are the weak points. Linebacker play's been good. Moreau has been better than advertised. If you guys have been seeing my video, check out the YouTube channel and look at my videos about Monroe and Cunningham. Moreau is playing out of his mind, and it is my opinion that he should remain the starter even when the Kobe Dean comes back on the field. Do not move that kid. Do not move Moreau. Let him play where he is. If you're going to take some snaps away, take away from Zach Cunningham. But Zach Cunningham's been balling too. What happened to Christian Ellis? Christian Ellis was supposed to be my dark horse this year. He ain't done jack because Zach Cunningham ain't coming off the field. Nick Moreau definitely ain't coming off the field. So let them boys keep eating. Defensive line been doing what you're doing. Our weakness right now is secondary, and our biggest issue as a team is injuries. The offense is getting better. We got to remember, they learned a new offense. Everybody thought that Shane Steichen's offense was going to transfer over, and it hasn't. It's a different offensive playbook. Brian Johnson's got his own thing. He's doing it his own way. So, ultimately, Jalen Hurts had to learn a new offense again. This is what, 7th in as many years? So, but we already know, if we look at last year in 22, that was the second year in Shane Steichen's offense. And he had the answers to the test. And you could tell, and it looked like he knew what he was doing. We got the 4 games. Some people refer to the first 4 games as our preseason now because they don't play the starters. And there's some truth to that. You got some rust and you got some communication issues and some things like that they still thinking about out there on the field, and they got to iron that out. They have to iron it out. So it will be. I predicted 27-24 Eagles, but some people think it's going to be a high scoring affair because our offense or our defensive secondary is trash, and their defense is not good at all either. So ain't no telling what's going to happen. Let's see, San Francisco. That's going to be a game. San Francisco and the Cowboys. We got another one. I'm predicting San Francisco's going to win this game because I like San Francisco's defense more than I like Dallas's offense. Now I know Brock Purdy hasn't really turned the ball over much this year, and they might dink and dunk their way around that. So I'm expecting Shanahan to put Micah Parsons to work. Everybody knows the best way to nullify Micah Parsons is to run at him. And you got the MVP of the league right now, just wrecking shop. Christian McCaffrey is that dude, and can't nobody stop him. So I expect them to run at Micah Parsons every chance they get, and it's going to be Debo, Kittles, Ayuk, and CMC all damn day. And I don't think Dallas can stop it. They're gonna slow them down, and they're gonna get some in because Dallas's defense they causing turnovers and they're making some things happen. I still don't understand how they lost to Arizona, but they did. But uh, their defense is carrying this team. So everybody can have a bad game. It happens. We're not exempt. We just managed to kind of overcome the issues that we had and outscore everybody. It is what it is. So, but Dallas's defense is for real. But I think San Francisco's offense matches up. You know, they can go blow for blow with Dallas's defense. I don't know if the Dallas offense can do that against the San Fran defense. I think Dallas's defense is number one. San Fran's is number three. So, and not by a wide margin. But Dallas, man, them boys is making turnovers like it ain't nobody's business. I believe they have 12 already. Something goofy like that. It's ridiculous. Dallas defense is straight balling. Can't take that away from them. So the offense really hasn't had to do much. They getting the ball in with short fields, and you can't. So you haven't really seen Dallas's defense do much because they really haven't had an opportunity to because the defense is scoring points and giving them the ball with a short field. So we'll see what's going to happen because I don't think it's going to be that they can dink and dunk them all night long, and you can get big splash plays with CMC and Ayuk. Ayuk is just doing some crazy stuff. Every one of his passes is either a first down or a touchdown. What in the world is that mess? That's that's some Madden football stuff, like the video game. So Dallas better come correct because I'm picking San Francisco. But that'll determine. That's going to set the team. That's going to set the tone for the NFC. That game right there, because the winner of that game is the leader of the division. So we're still undefeated, but in my opinion, the winner of that game is going to be at the top of the hill until we play them, until we play Dallas, and until we play San Francisco. So, and on top of that, all of the games in between, we got to win all of those games, and we got to win them and look like a top tier team while we're doing that. Because once we going into week 5, 6, and 7, right? So we are 3 weeks away from going into a bye week. So all of those wrinkles need to be ironed out. All of those wrinkles need to be ironed out. So we'll see what's going to happen. But we got a lot. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a good week of games. You saw the Thursday night game with the Bears. The Bears stunned Washington. I think everybody, especially after the performance um, against us. Let me see if I can pull that game. Let's go back to week 4. We didn't want that. There we go. Nope. I guess that was week 5. All right, my bad. So that's what good. we go. I hate the way they do their things. So yeah, the Bears hung 40 on them, right? And like that was frustrating to watch. Justin Fields had a great game, 15 to 29, 282 yards. Great game by Justin Fields. But my thing is like, how do the Bears just beat up on Washington and they give us so much trouble? And I know um, everybody's going to give the Eagles their best effort. That's just going to happen. Every team we play, we're getting their best effort. Period. But our defense has got to be better than what we putting out there, and that is coaching. That is coaching. If I see another situation where we gotta our opponent is putting guys in motion and we got a banjo coverage over, pass coverage over, and we don't do a proficient job of doing that, and you got a guy going free into the end zone in the red zone or whatever the situation is for a first down, and we getting killed. We're not having a lot of penalties, but we're having penalties at the absolute worst time that you could think of. 3rd and 8, we get to stop penalty. Keep the chains moving. That's what's been happening to us, shooting ourselves in the foot on defense. So we gotta it's on Sean Desada to solve this riddle. Because everybody's killing us underneath in the middle of the field. The same thing they did last year. And I don't understand that. Run defense is pretty decent. Pass defense, not so much. And everybody's going to throw against us. And everybody knows the formula and what to do and where to go. They're going to keep watching the same tapes. They're going to keep watching what the Patriots did in the second half and the Vikings did in the second half and what Washington did. And you're going to keep doing it until we find a way to stop it. So it's like, I know y'all watching film, Sean, but we need an answer, bro. We need some type of answer, man. So this is the week to do it. This is the week I want to see our offense and our defense both have dominant, solid performances because we haven't seen that from both sides of the ball yet. We just haven't. It's either one or the other. We go into Washington, I'm thinking that our offensive line is going to kill them and our defense is just going, after they coming off of 9 sacks, we get 5 sacks, but it just didn't look like our defense was that dominant. And then they go 64 yards in a minute 45 to tie the game and force overtime. I'm like, come on, man. We can't guard the goal line for one play. For one play, we couldn't guard the goal line. That's the stuff that it's like I gotta see that our defensive line is solid. Everywhere else, we got issues. So the side better get them boys together. Because we about to come up against a very difficult part of the schedule. We got the Rams, then we got the Jets. The Jets is not a layup. The Jets are not a layup by no stretch of the imagination. The Jets have a really good defense, but we should be able to eat on defense because their offense has some problems. However, you saw that last game, Zach Wilson looked like a quarterback. And any coach, you're going to try to build on that. So the Jets are not going to be a layup. Then we got Miami and all of the stuff that they're doing. Then we got Washington again. Then we got Dallas. Then we go into the bye, and then we got KC and Buffalo and San Fran. So we got a murderer's row. Miami, Washington, Dallas, KC, Buffalo, San Francisco, back to Dallas. So this is where the meat of our schedule is, and this is where we going to get our stripes and figure out what kind of team we are. Because this is the real deal. This is a gauntlet of good teams. And we got to be ready for them. We have to be ready for them, man. So we got to figure out some things. Our offense looks better. Still got some nitpicks. I don't like what they're doing with DeAndre Swift. I don't like how much they take him off the field in what I consider crucial situations. If it's 3rd and short, I'm sorry. I don't want Gainwell on the field. I want DeAndre Swift. I want to see you get a quick pitch to the outside, and let him do what he does best. Race somebody to the corner, get that first down, or make a splash play. He should be on the field in those crucial situations. So we gotta, in my opinion, we gotta do a better job in our packages and who we sending in and when we send them in. If he's gonna be the dude, let him be the dude. Let him be the dude. I don't mind him getting 150 yards every game. Dallas Goedert, I'm expecting Dallas Goedert this week to get at least 8 targets this week because everybody's going to be concentrating on A.J. Brown. So it's got to go to what happens with A.J. Brown. They know he's going to do that double move, and what I would predict that they're going to do is have some type of coverage, doubles deep back there, and move that safety over to give help across the top with A.J. Brown. And if they do that, the deep middle is going to be open for our tight end. Are we going to be able to take advantage of it? Are we going to be able to keep Aaron Donald out from in front of Jalen Hurts long enough for a play like that to develop? That is the question. And are we going to run away from Donald, or are we going to try to attack him? That's the question. So we got a lot of, I think Brian Johnson's going to have a test right now. And we got to win this chess match. If Mailata can't handle Aaron Donald or wherever he's moving, because I'm expecting Aaron Donald to move across the line of scrimmage. He ain't going to be in the same place. That would be silly. And I'm expecting him to move right in front of Opeta. Because Opeta hasn't started. So I would expect to put Aaron Donald right on his nose and see if he can deal with him. And if he can't, we better have a counteraction. We better have some type of hot routes. We better have something in the arsenal to get rid of that ball in 3 steps. Because if we can't handle Aaron Donald, we are not going to have a lot of time to let these plays develop. So we better get Swift involved, kicking them out, getting them around the corner, pitches and screens. Those are going to be our best friends. And quick passes to the tight end, slants and things like that, because you're just not going to have a lot of time. This will show how good our offensive line is. Because if he's lining up on Opeta, you already know he's going to get the double team with Kelce. But if he gets the double team, somebody else is coming free. So I'm expecting twists and late blitzes by the linebackers. Because you have to take care of Aaron Donald. And it's going to leave a gap somewhere. Somebody's going to be unblocked. And there's nothing you can do about it. So you have to expect it coming and game plan out of it. So let's see what Brian Johnson is going to do. Because this is going to be a test for the offense as well. But so it'll be interesting, and I'm looking forward to it. So it should be good, man. It should be good. So I'm gonna get up on out of here, man. Listen, if you're not busy, every Saturday at 9 a.m., I'm doing Saturday morning cartoons. All it is we talking about the trending sports of the week, but it's just the cartoons are just icebreakers. That's all. So we'll be talking about Space Ghost and Tom and Jerry and Herculoids and Fat Albert and whatever. I'm a big animation buff. Always been like that. So I just thought it's a good conversation starter, good icebreaker. So we'll be doing that tomorrow at 9 a.m. Please stay tuned. Join in, jump in the chat, because the chats are fun, man. Jump in the chat, please do. So, but I'm gonna get out of here. Please hit that subscribe button, click on that notification bell so you do not miss a thing. Go to my channel, click that top 10 playlist, and just let it roll. And I will see you guys in the next play. Go Birds. Peace.